Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Avowed and welcome back to Gallowayne's Tusks. We have explored nearly the entirety of this southern section, actually, rather surprisingly. We kind of got through this relatively quickly. I suppose we've been here for a while now. And we just took out another bounty, and I just spotted the thing we've been looking for. So that is the third electrical shebang. And that should open this door over here. So we're going to grab this, and then we're going to head to Solace Keep. Please don't give me armor. Oh no, we got unique armor. Oh, nice. Hellwalker's Vest game. I know I can break down uniques, I promise. Hellwalker's Vestments. Huh. Well, they're interesting. I mean, they make you hit like an absolute truck. Plus 25% melee damage, plus 50% critical hit damage, which is another. Well, what's my crit rate? It's like 70 or something when you include everything. So that's like another 30. It's about 50% damage increase, but I also take 50% more damage. And it's light armor, so I take more damage. I'm gonna... Yeah, no, this isn't it. The good thing about this, actually, is that we still need more Aedyr in order to upgrade our Grimoire. So now, because all the uniques we find are legendary, we can break them down and get Aedyr for it. That's why it's so important that you prioritize this stuff. Yeah, it's cool, but it's not gonna be... it's not gonna be used, so let's kill that. We also need the dragon hide as well, so... Worth it for that, really. Worth it for that. Right, anyways, I think we're heading to the fairly ominous looking, to say the least, Solace Keep. Just going to try to get this plant over here. Ooh. Oh, Gallowayne's Grim. Okay, that's part 2. We just need to find part 1, and we can actually read them. I've got part 2 and I've got part 3. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's pretty cool looking. Where are we on the map? Heading to Barris Bounty. Okay, then we'll swap round to the west. Did we ever explore... We explored this bit, right? I think this is just where we murdered all the Zorups a minute ago. There's probably a few left. I don't think we ever... Oh, hello. You sneaky little mongoose. Oh, you dodged it. Lucky son of a... Someone's making very spooky noises at me. You guys will be fine, right? You don't need me. I'm gonna do some looting. Of things that I basically never ever use at all. Yardsley! Ooh, graves. Here lies Fane, devoted husband and steadfast warden. Here lies Ilinka, pillar of her community and of her family. Had to sneeze. My dearest Ilinka, I miss you with all my heart and soul. Not a day goes by where I do not think of you. I see you in the faces of all our community whose lives you touched with your tender care and endless affection. Without you, I feel as if I've lost a crucial and irreplaceable part of myself. Though I dare say I may soon follow you to the beyond, for my own days may well be numbered. I've recently fallen ill and am no longer able to carry out my duties as a warden. I cannot say whether it is a disease which ails me or a loss of will. I am at least comforted in the fact I may not need to endure the pain of your loss much longer. When my time comes, I've left very specific instructions for my burial. I will be at your side once more. By the grace of gods, our souls may be fortunate to cross paths in the next life. Forever yours, Fane. Aww. Oh, excuse me. People do die of a broken heart. It is a thing. I mean, not in quite such a literal way, but I think people underestimate how important mentality is when you're on the verge of death. And if you lose... Is this Aedyr? Oh, corrupted. Rubbish. If you lose the thing that's sort of making you hang on, that can have a big... that can make a big difference. Mushroom Farm Manifest. Too early in the video for this. This manifest contains a log of mushroom shipments sent to Solace Keep. Though it is dry reading, I've noticed a clear downward trend in the quantities of crops the farm was able to export. One passage near the end catches the eye. This is not good. What are we going to do? It's a little reference for you there, folks. Between workers deserting to join Amalia's outcasts and increased hostility from the wildlife, we've been struggling to reach our minimum quota. Avowed is actually just a game about how hard it is to be a farmer. If you think about like every area we've been in, if the council expects us to do our part in keeping our people fed, they need to stop deliberating over the best course of action and just send us some more damn wardens. I can't fathom why this is so fucking hard for them to understand. Usher's bony balls, I'm so tired. Should Solace starve, let it not be said that it was my fault. It's been a few years since I found great-grandmother Mariana's writings of her life in Solace. I've thought about this for so long, but I finally know I need to retrace her steps. I need to return to my ancestral home. Though I may never see Stalwart or my family ever again, I can no longer ignore this calling. And 3 years later. The journey to the Living Lands was incredible, travelling through Glenfath. I didn't think it was possible for so many trees to be in one place, and the people of the Direwood were just as hospitable as I'd heard. Travelling by boat was not the most pleasant experience, but luckily I'd earned enough coin from odd jobs. I didn't have to lend my services as part of the ship's crew. And now here I am. Call me crazy, but I feel home. Like a part of me was yearning to return and finally has. 2 years later, staying for a time in Paradise was much needed after the journey here. A wonderful woman by the name of Cosmina was happy to give me some training. For free! She would never say such a thing, but I think she just wants to help people survive this place. After saying my goodbyes and selling some things I no longer need, I'll be venturing on with the Solace Keep. I should be on the road within the new year. My first day out of Dawnshore, and I'm veritably shaking with excitement. I'll miss some of the comforts and company of Paradise, but it will all be worth it. I had a very special visitor at my shop today, the envoy in the flesh. I thought this was... Oh no! Oh, this is actually so sad. The envoy in flesh, I'd heard so much about them. It was such an honour to make their acquaintance. I hope they find what they're looking for, and I do as well. A year later. So this suggests that we've been playing this story for literal years. Unless, like, you know, years don't necessarily last a year in this game, to be fair. And here I thought the Drywoodians were hospitable. Despite the difficulties they're facing, the Fiorians were incredible hosts. I hope things turn around in Emerald Stair. It's a deadly place, and I thank the gods for Cosmina's tutelage. I don't know if I'd have survived that sprawling attack without it. At least got to see the envoy again. I feel safer with them around, and something else too, almost like they were a part of this place, of the Living Lands, a part that blessedly didn't want me dead. I was excited for a change of pace, to leave the forests and bogs of Emerald Stair behind. If only I knew what awaited me. Shatterscarp is a lot of things, but none of them I would describe as pleasant. I saw strange magic near some ancient ruins across a vast chasm. Even stranger, I felt a chill wind wash over me, colder than anything I'd ever experienced back in Stalwart. This shouldn't happen in a desert. Despite it all, there was one shiny moment during my time in this wretched place. The envoy found me again, and again I felt safer with them around. I don't know if their travels will take them to Solace Keep, but I would love nothing more than to meet them again, and perhaps truly get to know them. A woman can dream. Oh no. At the moment I stepped into the blasted yet somehow beautiful wasteland of Gallowayne's tusks, I knew I'd made the right choice. I can almost hear great-grandmother Mariana's voice in my head, as if she's here with me, crying out with joy and celebrating in my triumph. Tonight I make camp in this abandoned homestead. I can see the keep shining ahead, a glorious beacon in the night. After a good night's rest, I'll make my way there first thing in the morning. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly home. Mariana, no! Oh, that's actually so sad. Oh, that's going to get me. That's going to break my heart. So for those who don't recognise her, Mariana is the dwarf saleswoman who we've run into constantly across our journey, who we flirted with last time around as well. I can't remember what we said, but we made her blush with our comments. We got a little flirtatious. And in Emerald Stair, she was over at the in the swamp bit in the northwest. Also, we first met her in Thingamajiggy, and we found her in Shatterscarp near the end. And she's been journeying up with us, and then she just dies in the middle of the goddamn nothingness. Oh, it's actually so. Oh my god, that is the saddest thing that's happened in this game.
But there is so many of them.
Not even slightly a joke or a word of a lie. That is the most emotionally impactful thing that's happened in this entire playthrough. I'm a little heartbroken right now. She was great. I really liked her as a character. She'd been with us for the entire game. Mariana! No! I'm just going to grab the camp and then we'll come back to the... Oh. Oh, that's actually the way across. All right. Well, we can fast travel back here. Let's go grab that quest. It's so... You know, it's such a meaningless death as well. Like, she didn't die... Okay, so to call this back to Dark Souls, as I want to do, there's a character in Dark Souls called SOLACE, and SOLACE is immensely popular. You may have heard, even if you're not a Dark Souls person, you know, to be gloriously incandescent and jokes about the sun and the light and all that kind of jazz. And all that came from SOLACE. He's a very well-liked character in Dark Souls because he's just good and wholesome and fun in a world that's dark and painful. So he's very, very popular and has been memed and included in other games and all this kind of jazz. And he says things like gloriously incandescent, which everyone loves. But the funny thing is, he turns hollow if you play through the game. I suspect a lot of people don't experience that, because I think a lot of people probably don't finish the game. But he turns hollow if you finish the game. And despite being this important character, at least in terms of reception and how much people love him and aggrandize him, he just turns hollow and you fight him in some stairwell in some dark basement sort of area, and there's no grand music, there's no grand storyline. He just attacks you and you kill him, and his armor is meaningless, there's no special properties, it's all rubbish, and it's given no importance. It is just, you know what, this is the world. Just because you're important or just because people like you doesn't mean your death will be any grander or more important than anyone else's. And that's what Mariana's feels like. She's just a corpse lying there outside the building. Despite being outside of our cast of companions, one of the characters we spent the most time with, unironically. And that makes the death all the more impactful, I would suggest, but also more realistic and more grounding in the world. Avowed is a very pretty, shiny, colourful game, but the world is bleak.
What are you doing here? This place isn't safe. The homestead up ahead is all run by Zarps. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but things happened.
On the
The
old
region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salo steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The Zarps used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors tore up the terrain so badly, they had to go south.
Need help? Actually, yeah, I took care of them all.
Incredible! You've done us a great service. The farm will serve as a safe haven for the outcasts. And in time, we may be able to grow new crops. Your actions will save some lives, and the buildings will at least provide some shelter. Here, take this.
Alright. Cheers. You know what's even worse? If we'd got here, like we've cleared the place of Zorus, we've made the homestead safe. For outcasts. For other people. If we'd got here a little bit earlier, maybe Mariana would still be alive. Ow. Just gonna go have a little poke at these farms. We've not been down here. And then we will head to Solace. Oh wait, I need to move my spoon. I have a spoon precariously balanced on a can, and I couldn't see my timer. Somehow it's the only thing I obscured. I'm having a weird work week. It's been a really good few weeks on YouTube, right? I've been talking about this lately over on the Best in Slot channel, so I'm feeling good about that. But it's a funny old thing because it's not really gameplay, and that's kind of what I started my channel with. And it's mainly because there's not much for me to play right now. You know, I'm waiting on Jurassic Park Survival, I'm waiting on Jurassic World Evolution 3, I'm waiting on Prehistoric Kingdom to update at the moment, I'm waiting on Death Grounds, I'm waiting on Instinct, I'm waiting on like 1 trillion different dinosaur games. So other than like an occasional video on Evolution 2 and some PK this coming week, obviously it's already out for you folks at home, the update, but for me it's not out yet, I haven't really been able to do much gameplay. And so I'm mainly doing news stuff. I'm mainly doing Jurassic World Rebirth news and speculation and lore videos and all this kind of jazz. And it does really well. It's going, like, people seem to come to my channel for it. It's doing really nicely. I'm making money for the first time in a year. You know, last year I made no money. I'm making this year's going a lot better already, and hopefully 10% better when I get my bloody disconnect from the things. Yeah, I think I've kind of been everywhere. I just want to get to this northeast bit and then we'll head in. But it feels a little weird. I try to like throw a little bit of my personality in there. You know, I try to throw a joke or editing something that feels like something only I would do. That feels more like me. But that's the thing about doing like news videos, right? They're not there for you, the people watching it. They're there for the news, essentially. And that's fine. Like, and it's something I think about a lot is that I have to treat YouTube on the main channel, not on this channel, obviously, like a job. And it is a job. I have to get paid. You know, that has to be #1 priority. And then if I can get paid and do the content I really want to do, that's even better, you know. But there has to be a hierarchy, unfortunately. Stop shielding yourself, nerd. But this week in particular has been a lot. I think it's been like 4 rebirth videos in a row or something like that. No gameplay, not much nonsense on my part. A little bit of nonsense, like the boat for people who remember the boat, but not much nonsense. And I keep looking at the list and I just keep thinking a bit, well, it's tough for me to I don't know why I'm talking about this randomly, but I'm just killing time as I bounce around. It's tough for me to balance between wanting to make a good living and wanting to do well and be successful in that regard, but also to make the kind of content that I want to make. And I've struggled with that a lot this week. I mean, I don't mind doing non-gameplay stuff, but I want to do more. I don't want to just be reporting news. You know, that's not really doesn't get me off creatively. You know, I did a video this past week about the Grevenadoo, the weirdest hybrid in Jurassic Park history, and that was not a gameplay, but it was a researched, fully scripted, big long video. I enjoy doing that stuff as well. That's okay. It's when it's just, oh hey, big new news for Rebirth. Hey, big new news for Rebirth. I'm just reporting on things and dissecting things and blah 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 blah. And I don't know. I have to make more of a conscious effort. I've had like a gameplay video planned for like 4 days, but other things keep happening. And yesterday I was a mess and I couldn't do it. So.
My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
I don't know, it's just something I've been thinking about. I can't abandon everything I am for the sake of views, you know. Because otherwise you risk alienating the people who followed you all that time. Alright, let's go to the keep. It looks like we can explore more of this northern area. It doesn't look very promising, but it looks like we can explore there. I'm going to check this building out and then we'll head to the keep. Anyways, yeah, that's where my head's up. Serena's Mercy. Hello?
Welcome to Serena's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here.
Oh, it's a prison. Don't mind if I do. Prisoner incident log. This log contains neat and terse lemba, with each entry written by a different hand. Curiously, the name of the prisoner in the last incident has been crossed out, rendering the name illegible. Incident. Inmate Faldu claimed guards were withholding water and food. Found crumbs under bedding. Given reduced rations for a fortnight, you cheeky mongoose. Incident. Inmate Cressadu once again refused water and soap for bathing. Claims he never needed them before. Warden dumped water over inmate's head, threw soap at him. Inmate Riney appeared not to respond to wake-up call or attempts to rouse her. Healer found nothing wrong. Wardens hid behind a wall and offered food, and inmate awoke. What's going on here? Inmate woke. I've lost myself, sorry. Ate and pretended to sleep once more. Inmate ... has spent most days arguing against his imprisonment. Warden offered to speak to Councillor Mihala since she brought the charges. An inmate settled down. Prisoner has since been transferred. Warden has no plans to contact Councillor. It's a story one. I'm sure they're very exciting, but... Gonna steal from the prison. Now, I've got a key, and there's prisoners.
You let me out of here right now!
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
What's going on?
No rattling the bars.
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs.
How can you be a cartographer and not value other cultures?
Easy to pass judgment when your stomach is full.
True.
Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the dead fire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
Okay, let me think about this. So this is the final cartographer for Sansa's quest. And they're alive, which makes a change. But he's robbing from graves. Like, I don't think... I mean, I need his notes, so I'm leaning to... I'm taking your notes, you'll have to untangle the rest yourself. Like... I know, for like... From my character's point of view, straight up, it'd be more like, well, I need them, let's get them out. But again, I kind of side with... He has committed a crime against these people. It's not real. It doesn't feel right that, like, for me to come in and go, no, let them out. I don't want to, like, abuse my position, you know. It's not my right to release him.
I don't know about map making, but we confiscated these. Maybe they're what you're looking for.
Wait till he throws you to the wilds. Then see how you feel.
Like, whatever your annoyance is with what's gone on, it doesn't justify grave robbing.
Oh, how cozy. The blood really brings everything together.
Not that I want you to stay here necessarily. He seems like an okay guy, and they've clearly got like a bit of a... wait, maybe I need to let him out. They've got like a full-on torture room. What's going to happen to him? Can I find out?
Move along.
Go on. Don't stand around and gawk at me.
I can't now. Oh well, see you later. I mean, I got what I came for. I guess. So, bye? Yeah, I don't know. See, that's all, I always find that a really tricky thing. Like, it's really important to fight for human rights. And I do mean globally. I read this first. Tane's confession. Dear friendly guards of Solace Keep, I'm ready to make a confession. I got a confession. And I confess I used a scroll of form with a helpless beast to turn myself into a pig. I confess I accidentally followed a guard into the council chamber. I confess that when the spell wore off, my clothes were gone. Furthermore, I confess that being a pig was the second greatest experience of my life, and I confess I'm not sorry. Did you know this is the most cramped prison I've ever stayed in? Thankfully, I won't be here for long. If I'm guilty of anything, it's that I'm criminally underappreciated as an escape artist. Your pal, Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. The guy is wild. Every note we find from him, he's doing some nonsense somewhere. Yeah, I don't know, like... For example, and don't get me wrong, I do side very strongly in a particular direction on this, but you look at Saudi Arabia and it's a stance on homosexuality and women's rights and all this kind of jazz. And part of me is like, yeah, well, that's terrible, and we should sort that. That shouldn't be the case. You know, equal rights to everybody is how the world should be, and that's true. And I fundamentally believe that. But then I'm like, yeah, but is it up to me to go to someone else's culture and try to change their culture? I don't think it is. It's really, I mean, but if your culture is founded on monstrosities, then I know, but that kind of goes for all of us. You look at the USA, you can say what you want, but the USA exists because we came and stole land from the indigenous people. It's a tricky thing. You gonna let me in? You gonna let me in?
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came.
We're the reason you have clean water. How about a little gratitude?
You're the reason I got a bath? Hell's bells, I owe you. You have no idea how ripe the keep gets when the fountains are busted. If anyone asks, I wasn't the one who let you in.
Alright, I'll blame the other one.
Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Do you think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
I'll let you get on. I love the effect they've got here. This kind of, you know, where you see the wavering in the world from the heat. Look at Solace Keep. It's like Orgrimmar. Why do... I don't know, like... cliches are cliches, and they will remain. Dwarves live in volcanic, mountainous, architecturally very stout and angular buildings. And that's just the way of the world.
If it's the new recruit playing games again, I'm going to...
Hello.
It's just like... No.
I'm over encumbered. But I need all of it. But I'm over encumbered, but I need all of it. It's all so rubbish as well. Oh, if I jump, I get my speed back.
I swear, if they've gotten themselves drunk out there, I'm going to turn them into leather.
I've devised a brilliant plan to be over encumbered, and yet it doesn't matter at all. So with Non-Drew, one of the, I mean, the name is very godless, isn't it?
You have his markings. The council is going to lose its mind.
Non-Drew.
Michala is going to... I don't even know what Michala is going to do.
Feel very special.
Never happened. How dare you talk to your mother that way?
I can't wait to see what... But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here.
I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
What's going on?
An outlander.
Oh.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind.
What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother.
Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders.
Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
I've got a special face. I think your child is onto something.
Once again, Outlander, we did not ask for your opinion. Leave us before we call for a warden's assistance.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for.
I don't want to hear another word of this.
An outlander.
See you later. We need a shop. Pretty quickly, we need a shop. Oy vey.
Why does the outsider look familiar?
Welcome back to Wodika's nails.
Help wanted to repair the godless aqueducts. Already did this. You can all keep asking me how we can put more water from the springs. I keep telling you the same thing. We can't. What we can do is repair the old aqueducts out by slumbering fields. They worked for the godless centuries ago. They just need a little upkeep now. If you're tired of tasting sulfur in your water, then join my small expeditionary team to take stock of repairs. If the godless left a functional aqueducts behind, we should consider them a gift of Abaddon. There's no reason we shouldn't use them. Come find me by the fountain on the second floor of the keep if you're interested.
Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to...
Something on my face.
Something like that, yes. Apologies for staring. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep?
Not really. Why are you so shocked by my appearance?
I've never seen anyone quite like you, is all. No, that's not entirely true. All I'll say is, take a good look at the big statue of Nandru, this keep's founder, when you enter the main hall. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know.
Or because I got the guy a bath. I understand it's an honor to be here.
It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to SOLACE Keep.
Thanks.
Why does the outsider look familiar?
Shop, 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 shop.
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal.
Haven't had first yet.
Well, I don't... thought you were it. Let me start over. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of whatever we're warming up here today. No offense, but you folks look hungry. Between you and me, I hope you know how to hunt. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you?
Gourmand's Delight. Food restores 40% more health and essence. That is crazy strong. Obviously not for me, but if you're one of those people, I'm sure you would enjoy it. Not me though. So. Alright. Whoa! I didn't even see that. When did I get that? Genuinely didn't see that at all. Cartographer's Companion. Right, my current trinket is 5% crit. Now this is probably better with 3 perception. Let's have a look. No. 59. 58. But I gain... So its perception is crit, right? It's got to be better because I gain 2 dexterity as well, so I gain attack speed and action speed. Each point of perception is worth 2% crit, so 5% crit is more than 2. Oh no, it can't be. It must be because I've already got perception. I've got 12 perception, which is kind of wild. Either way, this isn't. It is better. No, it's always better to have the stat than it is to have the flat crit. So I'm gonna sacrifice 1 crit point. Cool.
Maybe we should open up for more
Bounties. The Spore King. A reward will be given for killing an exceptionally territorial spore. Okay, I think we've done. Let me just grab these. Congar. Death Stool we haven't done. A foul undead creature seen wandering the ash forest. It's in the crater. Its very existence is an affront to Wodaka. Beetle Matriarch. Don't know if we did this one. Wanted, Sansa, some Nimdup from Paradise, reports his assistant Renato is missing in the tusks. A reward has been offered for the return of Renato's cartographic notes. Below is his last correspondence in case he's already dead. Sansa, my good man, work is still proceeding apace. It's rocky going though. Hot, cold and windy all in the same day. Hoping to reach SOLACE Keep tomorrow. Looking forward to the local cuisine. These wilds are a test of what considers These wilds are a test of what one considers edible. I'll have the geologic feature data sent your way as soon as I find anything resembling a courier post. The Pogrunin are skeptical of outsiders, to put it delicately. Not sure what a Nimdut is, but I've been called it 3 times. Any longer and I might not be above bribing a merchant caravan's carrier. If I've learned one thing about the Tusks, it's that fellow has to do what it takes.
Careful with this one. Welcome to the Tusks, outsider.
Thank you.
Be courteous while in Solace's halls, and you shall remain welcome. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly.
Money, please.
Well done, outsider. Seems you may have a thing or two you could show my wardens.
The bear is... I've done 4 of them.
Vengeance for the fallen. Thank you. This means more to me than you know. Excellent work. You did it? Can't believe someone took them on. Let me look at those amulets. How strange. Matching half moons. Well done. We'll always have bugs to deal with, but at least they won't be hatching in such large numbers anymore.
Don't let your guard down. There are plenty of viable nesting sites out there.
I'll be sure to pass on the word, Envoy.
I had another quest.
Anything to report? Excellent work. Funny. Hopefully that name can fade away into obscurity. Bring Magran's wrath upon the enemies of Solace, outsider.
Will do. Alright. Shop, 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 shop. Oh, wait, we're looking for the star metal guy as well.
Outsider? You need something?
Like to trade. Son of Black Haven. Blocking has a 10%... Oh, it's like a... I mean, I guess everyone uses essence. 50 maximum essence, and blocking has a 10% chance to restore essence. I mean, it is an essence focus one. And there's our Galloween's God Totem thing. Sweet. We've only found the base. Usually, I mean, I'm quite surprised actually how little we've found. We've explored quite thoroughly in the entire bottom half of the map, and I've only found the base. There's still 6 pieces to be discovered. Now, the chances of me replacing the one I've got, I think, are pretty low. Wally's one is pretty fantastic, but still. He was shiny. Is that one of them right there? That's a key.
Absolutely. Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from the fjord?
So, see you in a minute, buddy.
Perhaps it's time for a change around here.
So you're the outsiders my guards let into the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. If you've a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough.
What's got you so frazzled?
Ha! You're an outsider, and outsiders aren't allowed in Solace Keep. You lot are the only kith around who aren't dwarves. Or hadn't you noticed?
I don't see
And
species.
now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this.
Everyone seems very... Is it that bad?
Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything.
What happened to him?
If I knew, I wouldn't be talking to you, Nimdut. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare.
I could look for him.
Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
We should lend a hand. Maybe earn a little trust with the locals.
I feel like Russian. I hear shiny again. I feel like Russian is like a more typical go-to language for the dwarves, you know? Because it feels hardy and off the earth. So Petru won't mind. Okay. Be surprised if there isn't something else in here. Well, it doesn't look like it. Well, they did say there was nothing in Petru's office, but I thought maybe there'll be like a little sneaky thing. Alright, let's go talk to the kid.
Ahem. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in.
Joffrey? We let ourselves in, really.
Huh. Council won't like that. Petru wouldn't either. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge.
Joffrey's not too happy you left either.
Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him.
What makes you think that?
It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure... something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zarips, killed in a lava flow.
Even with Warden skill, the training... yeah, old tower, good spot.
I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, alright? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him.
Do what I can.
Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Aedyr.
I've been known to disappear when deep in my research, but this sounds much more odd.
Beadle, a how-to. What is Beadle? It's the wretched excuse for mead that we have in this godforsaken waste we call a home. It's a beverage as harsh and unyielding as the Pogrunin that drink it. It's a point of pride for Solace's proud defenders and a shared hatred that brings our people together. That's what Beadle is. To truly appreciate Beadle and the horrendous process through which it is made, you first know of its origins. When my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother... It goes on like that until it concludes in the recipe. I see what you're doing there, game. It does feel like every online recipe is like that. I'm going to teach you how to make lemon low blows. I don't know what they are, but just go with me here.
Patron god of smiths and forges. Animancers respect him. Mineral.
Ah, the outsiders. Welcome.
I haven't finished my loblo joke. I'm going to teach you how to make lemon loblos. But first, I must tell you of how I escaped Papua New Guinea on the back of a horse called Roger.
I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place.
Nothing to apologize for. A clean forge would be very strange.
I suppose it would. We just don't get many outsiders down here. Ever? I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away, and the council appointed me.
Don't sound pleased.
I enjoy it just fine. It's just that I was the best smith we had when Master Tassa died. So, naturally, I got pulled out of smithing and into management. Not sure when I'll touch a hammer again. But that's beside the point. What can I do for you?
I have star metal.
Did he now? And what exactly is... Hobbiton's shiny beard. That's star metal. These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it!
So, I'll just let him continue.
The heat of the flowing lava. The feeling of power as you shape metal to your liking. The rush of adrenaline when an errant spark lights your beard aflame.
So, keep waiting.
The burn of sore muscles that have worked a hammer for hours. The rhythmic tune the metal sings as you work it.
So, what can you do with it?
The question you should be asking is, what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge.
Sword.
Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the council chose me to be master of this forge.
I wonder how this will turn out. There's so much we don't know about the properties of otherworldly metals.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge.
Thank you. This is incredible.
You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I can make you that arquebus I mentioned. Or, yes, perhaps I could further refine your meteor blade.
Give me an even sharper blade. I don't need the arquebus, do I? So.
By the golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
I can't remember if I had
Let's
2 or
keep a
3
safe distance.
pieces.
Here you are. The finest blade I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well.
I will carve both our names into the annals of history with this sword.
I will pray that you do just that. What can I do for you?
Looks like you take the inspiration from that shrine to Abaddon.
I know. A shrine to Abaddon in a forge. How unique.
I have more star metal.
Blessed day.
Do I?
What would you like done?
I guess I may as well get the arquebus then.
May Abaddon guide my hand.
I wonder if there's 4 pieces then. So you can make both and upgrade both.
Huh, at least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon.
Yeah, stretch.
Before you kill them, of course.
Here it is.
Moonstrike.
A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abaddon's hammer struck the falling moon.
Excellent work.
I look forward to hearing stories of the deeds you accomplish with it.
I think there's probably one more out there then. Yeah, you can see I've got another quest. Bring more star metal. Right, let's have a look at this stuff then. Moonstrike. Power attacks deal moderate frost accumulation to nearby enemies and hits deal bonus frost damage. I mean, look at this. Wait, no, wait. Compared to this, yeah, I mean it's it's quite an upgrade over one last trick. Weirdly enough, oh, man, it breaks down into 2 Archer Barn though. You know how tempting that is. But no, I think we should wield it. And then Last Light of Day versus Andra's. Okay. Well, it's stronger by default because they're both 0 out of 3, and this has more stun and more physical defense. Oh, I don't think it's good though. It doesn't sound very good. A full combo attack gives the hit enemy minus 20% damage for 15 seconds. Hits deal bonus frost damage. So it's basically it's it's whether killing an enemy gives me 10 health is better or not than a full combo attack. Oh, I don't know actually. I mean, I get plus 14 fizz damage, plus 13 stun. Those are good. That's a nice stat increase. Full combo attack. It's definitely better against bosses. Killing an enemy. I mean, maybe I could keep Last Light of Day. Maybe I swap. It'd be cool to try out Frost Accumulation as well. It kind of goes with my spells a bit better as well. And then if we need to heal desperately, we can always swap to Last Light of Day, I suppose. I'm never going to do that, am I? No. I'm gonna try it out. We'll see how it goes. I think the healing is, again, probably too important, but we'll see what happens. It's just cool to try a new weapon out.
You're back. What can I...
I'd like to see your wares. I'm going to sell one last trick. Am I? I don't want to break this down, do I? I might do, actually. Yeah, I'm going to. Faith and Conviction. Slowly regenerate essence. Is this good? Slowly regenerate essence. You and your companions receive plus 4% damage reduction. So I need to compare this with my current. So obviously I gain 15. I gain 19% damage reduction plus an additional 1. I lose. Oh, it's basically, do I want to go hyper defensive or hyper attacking? I think it is. I think it is strong. I think it is powerful. I wonder if slowly regenerate essence would work with my essence also heals. That's an interesting idea. It's so much damage reduction, guys. I don't care about the minus maximum essence and stamina. That's not really a concern, really. Slowly regenerate essence. See, the thing is, I don't really like Blood Rage because I don't often spend a lot of time below 30% health. The problem is I don't really care about my companions having. So it's basically crit hit chance versus. Oh, I'm not gonna buy it yet, but I am considering it. I'm gonna buy both of those though. I'm definitely considering it, and it looks pretty cool. And looking cool is very important. I'm definitely considering it. I'm not making a judgment on that quite yet. What is it that means that I get? What is it I've got that makes it so that my... Wait, how do I get health from essence? Wait, what is it I'm wearing that does that? Is it a skill? It's not anything I'm wearing, I don't think. Is it a skill? Is it a godlike thing? Guys, I'm really confused. I definitely have it, don't I? But I don't remember how. I genuinely don't remember how. That's really confusing me all of a sudden. When did I need to find out. It's gonna really irk me unless it's not on the Grimoire, is it? Avowed essence regens health. Do I not have it on or something? I'm so confused as to where that is. I'm sure I'm missing something really obvious. I feel like I had it. I must have. Can anyone explain this? Is it something that I've had and then turned off by accident? Like, have I unequipped it or sold it by accident? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little concerned that now that I've accidentally taken that off. I'm gonna have to go check.
You do the talking. I'm out of my element.
We're gonna call it a day pretty early for this video because I want to. Oh, hello. What? Old hammer. For who?
Eyes up, my friend. The face of that statue has your... shall we call them gills?
Is this disrespectful? I want to make sure I've got a good shot of this for the thumbnail. Okay, we'll end it there. Next video, we will go and chat with the council. Until then, thank you very much for joining me. Cheers much of as always. Bye-bye.